Hello everybody, Dr. Randy Wirtz in Thrive Chiropractic. Hey, today's topic that I want to talk to you about is arthritis. And the translation for arthritis is actually just joint pain. So if you went to a doctor and said, hey, it hurts right here in my shoulder, or it hurts in my elbow or my wrist, they'll easily be able to diagnose you as just having joint pain. But I'm going to talk about a different type of arthritis and actually more accurately labeled. It's actually degeneration. And degeneration is actually physical signs where the joint is actually not working correctly. So you'll see bone spurs or disc space will become narrow in certain indications. And the bones actually starting to change and the joints actually starting to change what it should normally look like. And that's a difference between just joint pain and arthritis in terms of degeneration. So there's two types of arthritis degeneration, and two types are osteoarthritis or rheumatoid arthritis. So let me give you the instance. Osteoarthritis has a lot to do with how you move. It's actually wearing out of your joints, where rheumatoid arthritis is actually an autoimmune condition that is attacking your joints and not allowing them to work really well. They become stiff. And osteoarthritis usually occur at night after a day's work where you're on your feet and on moving around or using that joint all day long. And rheumatoid is going to be hurting more in the morning because scar tissue will start to form across the joints, and when you move you become very stiff, and it's actually breaking that scar tissue, which can be quite painful. It starts to happen. Usually during rheumatoid arthritis, hands will start to become deformed and the hands will start to curl a little bit because it's become so debilitating that you just don't want to move them at all, and so it hurts to move. Osteoarthritis is the same way, but you can get some discomfort from that. So, hey, let's talk about osteoarthritis for a little bit. What are some things that bring this about? Well, osteoarthritis, you need strong bones, and the way to get strong bones is actually you need to get a weight-bearing exercise. So you need to, walking's great. I'm not going to discourage you from walking, but if you can do something like lifting weights or light band exercises, you need something that's going to be weight-bearing that's really going to challenge your bones to get stronger, because when you use your bones, they're actually going to get more calcium buildup, and it's going to actually build up, which I think is neat because you're adapting to your stresses in your environment. You need to do that. Diet's another thing that can cause osteoarthritis. Now you're thinking, diet, well, is to take into calcium. Yeah, we need calcium in our bones, and I know milk, a lot of milk is fortified, but you're going to get more calcium through leafy green vegetables such as spinach and broccoli, and that's easy absorbable more than anything else. But I'm talking about what you're taking in your diet to not allow the calcium to absorb, or it's taking it from the bones. So you see, when you have an acidic diet, or when your body's acidic, it's very in tune. Your body likes a very, very specific 7.35 pH, and it really does not vary within a tenth. So if you get 7.4 or 7.3 or 7.25, that's, your body's getting sick, and you'll feel that. You'll feel run down, even to the point where you feel sick. That's a very set point in your body. Temperature fluctuates more than that, per se. So that gives you a good indication of how important pH is. But when your pH becomes very acidic, it's going to take calcium and phosphorus from your bones just so you can maintain that pH. The pH is necessary because that's the optimal level where all your proteins work in your body. So that's very specific. So it's going to make sure that you might not need that bone right away, but we're more concerned about survival at that point. So eating leafy green vegetables, things like drinking water, those are some things that are going to really make your body alkaline or more basic, and they help you keep that pH much level. So eating foods like with sugar or flour or omega-6 fatty acids or meats will actually make your body acidic, and that will deplete some of the calcium out of your bones, which makes the bones softer. And over a period of time, when you start to use those joints, you start to become weaker and weaker and weaker. Now, rheumatoid arthritis, some things that you should do is, use warm hands. I know people actually put their hands in hot wax and warm wax, and they say it feels good. But getting joints moving again, getting everything. As far as a chiropractor, as soon as you stop moving, that starts the snowball, and that's where it becomes really, really hard to make it up. So you've got to keep moving, sometimes no matter how much they're playing. I know a lot of people will take glucosamine chondroitin. That'll help the cartilage build up more bones. the cartilage, you need that in your bones, because that's what the calcium adheres to as well. But if you have any more questions, let me know. And degeneration is not something you want to play around with, and prevention is key on this more than anything. So by all means, give me a call if you have any questions. If you think you have arthritis in your spine, you're not able to move, it becomes worse and worse and worse, it really limits range of motion, give me a call. Got to do something before this starts to really take hold, and then it'll start to affect your life. Otherwise, you're rolling a snowball up a hill, which is really, really tough to do at a certain point. But you have a wonderful day. Take care.